Okay, hello everyone and welcome back. This is SoupaSoka. Today I'm starting a new series where I'm going to explore some of the hidden zones in vanilla World of Warcraft. There's not that many of them, only a handful, but today we're going to start with Shatterspear Village. So actually right now I'm in Winterspring. You can see on the map I'm up in the top left corner just outside of Timbermaw Hold. You can actually see Timbermaw Hold in the background here. And if we zoom out, we're actually going to get over here to Darkshore. So you can see if we're zoomed out and looking at Darkshore's map, we're off to the far right, the east side, and we actually need to get from Winterspring over to Darkshore up in these mountainy areas over here. So, like I said, start in Winterspring. I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. And start in this kind of northwest top left corner here, just outside of Timbermaw Hold. Once you're over here, you'll need a mount, by the way. Pretty sure you have to have a mount. I don't think there's any way to do this if you don't have increased travel speed, because you have to make some long jumps that you can't make just by your basic running speed. And I just have a normal standard mount, not an epic mount at all, so just level 40 mount. And you might need something to give you a slow fall. If you're a mage, you can cast slow fall on yourself. Every other class might need to get Noggenfogger elixirs from Teneris, which can give you the slow fall buff. Rogues can actually safely fall, because we have safe fall as a passive, reduces damage from falling, and that gives us enough of a difference that we can land without dying. But let's get started. So, outside of Timbermaw Hold, run along this right side where you can see where my mouse is pointing. We're going to go up on this cliff here and start our trek over to Darkshore. And let's see, get around this thing, around here. Okay. Then you're going to see these two trees. You're going to take this path to the right around the little tree, go to the left, circle around here. You see a giant tree in front of you. You have to kind of jump a little bit, but you're going to go around this tree to the right. You might get stuck on the edges here. Just keep spamming your jump key and you'll get around it, no problem. Alright, then you're going to come to this small tree here. You need to jump between those. And then you need to finally keep going forward and over this little hill here. You see another tree right here. Next up, once you're at this little tree spot, you're going to go up the hill to the right. And you're going to follow along the right side of the path here. And you should be able to run along it no problem. Once you get up to this big tree, actually if you look to your left, you can see the entrance to the Timbermaw Hold, so we're actually passing over the back of it right now. And what you're basically going to do is run up this hill and jump and kind of get behind this big tree. You have to do a few jumps to kind of sneak around it. And then once you get around it, you should be able to get up on top of this hill part up here. So now we're above the tree and kind of have this big open area in front of us. You should see a little pine tree to your left in that direction. Okay, so once you see that little tree on the left, you're just going to go ahead and run up this hill. And it looks pretty steep, but you're actually just fine. We're actually just now crossing into Fellwood. So if we look at the map, we can see we're actually in the top, kind of the northeast top right corner of Fellwood, just sort of before the Timbermaw Hold entrance on this side. But we're going to run up this big hill, as I mentioned, and you kind of don't have to be too careful here, but you want to see where you're heading. You kind of want to run to this right, sort of straight ahead along this path here. The trees, for how far I'm zoomed out, kind of block my vision, but we can go through there no problem. And you're gonna, let's see, make sure we're going the right way. Yep, just keep going straight on through. Okay, and so now we've passed that big tree, and you can see, kind of off in the distance, the zone's starting to look a little bit different, not quite as snow-covered. We're going to keep moving along this ridge line here, this hill. I'm going to follow it along. Jump across here, nothing too complicated. We're going to move over to this hill on the left. And then once you get to this spot, you actually need to make a jump sort of straight ahead. You can see where my mouse is kind of circling this little bump on the side there. You're going to kind of run full speed and do your best to jump all the way across. I kind of failed that, doesn't really matter. I guess, apparently. I thought you'd get stuck down there, but it seems fine. The next jump's a little bit trickier. You need to jump straight across this little gap here, and you need to not clip the side of the mountain or you'll fall down in this little rock here, and I think you have to keep doing that a few times you get stuck. I don't think you're stuck down there permanently, but it's a little annoying if you get stuck down there. So you're just going to run and jump across there. Not too bad. Alright, we're going to continue along the left side here. There should be a small spot you can walk up right there. You're just going to drop down the other side of that hill. You're going to come to this location, and you're going to fall down this little crevice down here, this little crack. And then you need to kind of make this long jump across here. You want to kind of angle yourself a little bit more towards the left side and try to land in this little spot on the left. And again, watch out so you don't hit the mountain on the left side. Let's see. Let's see if I make it. Ooh, I did not make it. Does that... I've never not made that jump before, so I'm not sure if we get stuck down here or not. Let's see, I think we might be able to fight it back up here. Yeah, okay. So you can... You can kind of fight your way back up there if you miss the jump over to this spot. It's a little awkward, but it is possible to do so. I've never done that before, so that's good to know. You can actually make it if you miss that jump. Just be careful not to fall down the side there. Okay, so once you've gotten up here, you can actually... It's kind of up to you how you want to do this. I normally just dismount and just kind of run along here. It is sort of a big drop, so you need to be a little careful in your health if you jump off there, but you can just run off, it's not a big deal. And we're going to go ahead and remount real quick. You know, looking back, I'm realizing you might even be able just to, yeah, I guess you really do need to land up here, but you don't necessarily need to get up to this top spot. You just need to get over this hill, and you can just drop down. You really don't need to get up to the very top since you're just falling down here. I've only done this once before this video, so I'm kind of learning the way as I go, some shortcuts. Alright, I usually follow up this side here, and you just need to fall over to the left here, nothing complicated with that. Continue up this hill a little bit. And at this point, we're basically where we need to be. This is where it becomes tricky as far as getting down. Now we're up pretty high. Let's check the map actually. We're in Moonglade, we're down on this kind of southwest side, which is really more like Darkshore. The problem is here you need to have either have a mage with slowfall or have slowfall through Noggenfogger elixir. You could also get an Ankh from a shaman, so if you fall and die you can just res, which is maybe one of the easiest ways to do this. For me, I tend to put my character on walk, so you can see I'm walking slower. It's under your keybinds. If you don't know how to use it, you can find it. If you go to press escape and go to your key bindings, and you can find toggle run walk. I have a number pad / forward slash, that's what I use. And this lets you kind of slowly take steps so you can not fall as rapidly. And I also recommend you put on any extra stamina gear you have just in case. As a rogue you can do this. I think druids might have a safe fall also. Other classes I'm pretty sure will die from this fall. Okay, so yeah, that definitely will kill most classes. I'm going to go ahead and bandage up real fast. But as a rogue, it's very easy to make that fall, and you can kind of just sneak along after that. Okay, so now we need to keep falling. You can kind of see off in the distance here is a really, kind of the horizon here. There's not really a lot to see down there. It's a little too far of a fall still to see where we're going. So we're going to turn off walk for a second, and I think the next easiest fall is just to slide down here by this tree. And let's do this as slowly as we can. Okay, pretty big fall, but we can get around it. It's no big deal. And we're going to clear through this little foresty area here. And now from up here, you can actually just start to see the Shatterspear Village. You can see a little bit of a bridge down there. And we're pretty close, but we still could die if we take a hard fall here. So we need to, I'm going to wait for my bandages to come back up, and then I'm going to heal up to full health. Actually, we'll go ahead and eat for just a moment. It won't take very long. But we're very, very close. You can see there's a lake down here, kind of hidden in on the map. We're actually in Darkshore. Definitely getting there. Okay. So we've healed up. I'm going to try and sneak to the right, see if I can stumble on anything here safer. Okay, we took about 1200 damage there. I think we might die if we fall again. I really just want to be careful now. We're so close, I really don't want to fall and die and have to spirit res. I'm going to keep doing the slow walking thing. And I think now we're safe to just jump off the edge here. Okay, so this is Shatterspear Village. We're just getting out of here. Ooh, another big fall. Like I said, the falls are where you're going to die if you're another class. If you're not a rogue, you don't have the safe fall, you'll probably die. Unless you get a slow fall or some other way to get around it. But this is Shatterspear Village, so you can kind of get an idea of what we're looking at here. There's all these level 50 to 60 trolls here, Shatterspear Trolls. There's a few houses here. There's not too many named mobs. We're gonna show you off all the named mobs real quick. And most of these are friendly to the Horde, by the way. There's only a few that are you can actually kill as a Horde. But we have a named mob up here, Varia, level 56. And everything else is pretty much, there's 3 more named mobs. Everyone else is pretty much non-named. There is kind of a little party going here. I'm going to actually quiet down for a minute so you can hear some of the music a little bit better.
How you doing, man? Don't be shy. You come get the voodoo.
There does appear to be a big party going on out here in the middle of nowhere. I don't really know why, but they seem to be dancing all the time, right? So this is basically their big party. It's in the middle of nowhere. If you actually look around, you can see we're pretty much surrounded by mountains in all directions. There's really no way out of here easily. But we're gonna cross over the bridge now.
How you doing, man?
I've never tried fishing in the lake, and I have really low fishing skill, so I don't think I can even fish. Do I even have a fishing rod with me? I do. Let's see what happens if I try to fish. I'm just curious. Let's see. Fishing. Okay, so let's see if I can catch anything out of this. Well, your fish got away. Okay, let's give it one more try. I'll fast forward the video if we don't get anything out of either of these. Okay, the fish got away, so we're gonna give up on trying to fish anything out.
I need both hands for my weapon.
We're gonna go ahead and re-equip our daggers before I forget later. We're gonna finish exploring the village here. Not very much to it. There's really nothing you can do here. It's just kind of cool getting up here for the first time. I never did this in vanilla WoW and live vanilla. So we do have a little cave system in here. It's very, very small. You can see some hieroglyphics on the walls here. Not on the walls, but on the stone tablets. And some voodoo masks, what I would call them. Step back out here. It's actually a really cool area. I don't know, maybe you could fish here if you actually have high enough fishing skill. Maybe my fishing skill is too low. I really do have like a fishing skill of 2, so I've pretty much never fished on this character. We're gonna go ahead and we'll come back to that. Actually, yeah, let's go up here. So there are these two are named mobs that are actually hostile. Not hostile, but you can kill them. They're level 1, Kra Renik and Jori Zaga. So we're gonna go ahead and see what happens if we kill them. Basically nothing. I don't think there's any loot. Nope. I've killed them a few times and I've never seen anything lootable from them, so I'm guessing they have no loot tables. And those are 2 more than named mobs. Up here we have a few more Shatterspear Trolls. I'm gonna go ahead and jump on out. Then down here we've got a few more trolls just hanging out, nothing special there. A few more tablets, a big troll head thing here. And this is kind of an inn, right? Like this looks like you should be getting resting experience here. And if we come in here we actually find out that this is Unajiro, level 12, the last named mob down here. And I would guess this would be like an innkeeper. I have a feeling that if this was once thought would be a zone or a town or something, but Horde town, but I guess they decided not to implement it. I don't know if there's more history to it than that. But that's basically it. That's the Shatterspear Troll tribe. I don't really know anything about why they're here. I do know that later on, Blizzard did make them an accessible town, or an accessible area, I think in Cataclysm, WoW Cataclysm, so this is around 2009 or 2010 I think Cataclysm came out, I don't quite remember, but before that this was basically just an empty zone, empty little area that you could explore, and there's really not much else to it. If we go underwater, I don't think there's anything down here. Let's take a quick look. Actually, you've never looked down here. Doesn't really look like there's a lot here. Some debris at the bottom here. Looks like a broken tree, maybe like a fallen tree. And that's basically it. Well, so that's the Shatterspear Troll tribe. and that's how you get to it. If you have any questions or have any problems getting down here, let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to help troubleshoot for you, but it's fairly simple as you saw. You just need to follow the path I took, and there's other paths you can take. There's many different ways I bet to get here, but that's the one I've taken the few times I've been here. And I think you could be a little more efficient with it if you wanted to, but I like that route. It works well for me. And I guess that's it for now. There is a waterfall here. I probably could get over there some way, but I've never tried to get up there and see where it leads from, if it is connected to some river over here in Moonglade maybe. But that's all for today, guys, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.